there, it is Emily with E Squared Photography. Erin is not here with us today, but we are going to dive in and talk all things family posing, family sessions. If you are someone like we were when we first started out, we had a ton of Pinterest screenshots of family poses on our phone that we went into the session. We were so excited. We're like, okay, we're gonna try all of these poses in our next session with mom, dad, and the little baby. And then we get in the car at the end of the session, look at each other, and we're like, okay, we didn't do any of those poses that we really liked that we screenshotted, right? Because sometimes things don't go as planned. So today we're gonna talk about why you should stop doing that, stop screenshotting those poses, and take a different route. So we're gonna talk all about that today. And don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell for notifications of future videos. By the end of this session, you are going to be able to take a deep breath and be confident at your next family session and not super overwhelmed, leaving defeated like you have in the past. And don't forget to stick around until the end because we have some behind the scenes footage that we are going to give you of a full family session. All right, so what are we going to cover today? We are going to cover why screenshots are totally killing your game and what to do instead. And then we're really gonna dive into our posing flow so you understand how we approach a session. All right, so why are the screenshots killing your game? Why do you need to stop doing that? So one of the biggest things is it's really going to stress you out even more by taking those screenshots and piling them on your phone. The biggest reason is because family sessions are unpredictable. You do not know how little kids are going to act. So adding that extra stress of feeling like you need to get all of these different poses is going to leave you feeling defeated at the end of the session. So really our advice to you is you really do need to lower your expectations and not come into the session fully ready to capture 15 brand new poses you've never done before, where the baby's here, the mom's here, the dad's here, the other kids here, copying those poses because it's not going to go well. We've been there, we've tried it, it doesn't go well. So what we think you should do instead, and what we started to do, and then that really started to calm our nerves and make the session go a lot easier. So what we like to do is we like to come to each family session with 2 new poses to try. Okay, and then if you start to get them, great, that's awesome. But if you don't get those 2 poses, you're not stressed out. But we just have 2 fun new poses, maybe unique, different poses that we're hoping to try in addition to our regular poses that we do at every single session. So we encourage you to really think about keeping it super simple. So what we think through when we're posing families is we think, okay, we're gonna have the family walk in some sort of way. Maybe vary that up a couple different times. We're gonna do a couple variations of standing poses. And then we're gonna do the same thing with sitting. So we think walk, stand, sit. Another big thing, if you get overwhelmed with all of these images you have on your phone that you wanna try to get, is you're not thinking about the little details that really matter with family photos. So one thing that really matters is make sure you are having them touching in every photo. So you can see here with the dad with the little boy and the mom with the little boy, they're touching. In most photos, you should make sure every single person is touching in the family in some way so they look like they actually enjoy each other's company. Okay, so what other advice do we have? So you really need to be a go with the flow type of person at family sessions. Erin and I are not go with the flow people. It's really hard for us because we are very type A. But at family sessions, we force ourselves to be go with the flow. So you can have your plan, you can have your set plan that you really want to try to accomplish, which we always do, but we don't get overwhelmed if things go crazy because you are going to have sessions. You're going to have sessions where the kids are angels, but you're also going to have sessions where one kid cries the entire session. And that's just what happens. So you have to be willing to go with the flow and be able to change your plans on the spot. So let's talk about our posing flow and kind of how we go through sessions. So we always try to start with the full family. The reason for that is because kids start to get sick and tired of the session very quickly, especially little ones. So we know the most important shot for mom is most likely the full family shot. And then we always start with walking first, and we repeat it multiple times. So these poses you can see here, we have them do this about 3 different times, the exact same pose. We have them look at each other, look away, look at the camera, just to really warm them up. The walking poses, for some reason, we feel like kind of warms those kids up, the parents up, the dad up especially. After that, we then move into standing and sitting poses. So we'll have them stand in a few different varieties, and then we have them sit in a few different variety of poses. And after we have done full family poses, standing, sitting, walking, we are going to do the kids together and the kids separate. So if there are multiple siblings, we'll try to do one of them all together. And then we always like to try to do individual shots as well of each kid. After we've completed all of that, we will ask mom or dad or whoever is with if there are any other combos that they want to do. Sometimes mom will want a picture with her little boy or her little girl. So there's varieties that you might need to do in addition to that. So we save that for the end. So again, to remind you with all of this family session stuff, especially when you have little kids involved, is to don't overthink it, repeat poses, and have fun. So we will repeat poses when we are taking family photos. Like we might say, okay, you know that pose we did at the beginning, let's try that again. Because maybe the sun's hitting a little bit different. Or maybe, honestly, maybe you just froze up and you're like, oh crap, I don't have another pose to do. I can't think of one. Do the same one, because kids might be more cooperative at the end of the session and their smile is going to be nicer as well. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful in calming your nerves for your next family session, because again, we've all been there. We get in the car and we feel like a total failure. So hopefully these tips will help you feel more successful at your next family session. And like I said, we have something for you. So we have our free portrait photography starter kit. Inside of this kit, we have tips on camera settings, we have tips on focus, and we also have behind the scenes footage of us at an actual family session and a senior session. And you can check that out in the description below. And make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video today, so we know to make more videos just like this one. And we will see you next time.